Lordy Lord, I am already, as always, running late. But I wanted to get ready with you guys, so I said YOLO. Do you love my curly cues? No, seriously, I had to let my hair sit a little bit longer before I ran my fingers through, and I figured this was better than having like full-on curlers during the video, so bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna start with the face today, which is different than what I normally like to do. But I'm running late and I figured this is the best way to go about it. So I'm already moisturized and primed. So we're gonna start with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. Dude, I love this stuff for like full on heavy coverage. I'm literally taking the tiniest amount and that's all you need. This stuff is thick. Just using the warmth of my fingers, rubbing it together, and just literally putting it under my under eye. So I do this before foundation because this will help cancel out everything. I think I've used this in one other makeup tutorial, but this is what I like to use when I'm either doing a full face or I just have really bad under eyes. So right now it's kind of a mix of both. It's so weird to be filming at night because normally I film during the day, but it's like 6:15 right now and I have to be at dinner in about an hour. So that's all I do for that. I pat that in with my fingers and that's all you have to do. And already it's brighter, it's covered, it's basically crack in a bottle for your eyes. Alright guys, I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do. Normally I contour on top of my makeup and we're probably still going to do that depending on how this looks. But this time I'm going to contour on the bottom as well. So before I go in with my foundation, I'm going to go in with a foundation stick. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick and I'm going to go in with the color Coconut. And I'm basically just going to put a line where I would normally cream contour or powder contour. So from the tops of my ears, right here, down to like where, like the visible line down to the corner of my mouth, but I'm not gonna obviously take it all the way in. But I'm gonna do this everywhere I would normally contour. A little bit on the sides of my nose. Like how I say a little bit. Make sure you have a jawline again. I've been getting really like insecure about my jawline. So something happens when you get in your late 20s. Basically 30, but I'm gonna hold on to the late 20s as long as possible. I don't know. A little bit down here, and what that line does is it creates a shadow. It makes it look like your bottom lip's a little bit bigger than it is. And I'm gonna do something on the top of my Cupid's bow as well, but that there's no point to do underneath makeup. Okay, now before I blend this out, I'm also gonna go in with the same Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in Buff Beige, which is basically a lighter color. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw some lines just on my face. And I'm gonna do this instead of doing concealer today. I've actually never done this before. Normally I'll put my concealer on, even when I do the contour, but I've never done it where I use a foundation stick. So this is either gonna be a cakey ass mess or it's gonna be cake perfection. So we'll find out soon enough. All right, now I'm basically gonna take that damp beauty sponge and I'm gonna start blending this in, and you're gonna wanna start with the lighter areas first. Now that I got those pretty blended in, I'm gonna go and do all the contoured areas. So I'm gonna flip my brush around, I'm gonna flip my sponge around, and I'm gonna basically blend in those areas. You can do this all in one step with your foundation, but I like to do like a rough blend before I go in and finish blending with my foundation. I just have noticed that it works better. It's kind of like when you blow dry your hair, you normally do a rough blow dry or a rough dry before you go in and like fully blow dry. So same idea. So it's just a very rough blend. And then we're gonna go in with foundation. I still have my Derma Blend up here, my concealer that I always use. So I'm trying to figure out if I dare to do my makeup without using the Derma Blend, but I think it actually looks pretty decent with that Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick. So I think I'm gonna yellow it today and just give it a whirl without that. Today I'm gonna mix the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation with the Mark, I think they're called Do You Dew Drops. And this one is in coconut gel. This is a highlighter, it's a liquid highlighter. And this is one of my go-to foundations. So let's just mix them together. I'm just gonna mix it on one of these. You could use the back of your hand. This is just a little more sanitary. So just, that's about a pump and a quarter. Shake these drops and then let's see. And then I put like half a pump. It's kind of thick actually. I don't know why it looks so thick. I don't remember it being this thick. I'm gonna take this Ofra professional makeup brush. It's the number 20. It doesn't really have anything else there. And I'm just gonna basically mix these together. I'm just gonna draw some lines. So it's gonna look like we're basically covering up all that contour that we did, and to a certain degree we are, but it gives this nice, but it basically just makes you look like you're chiseled naturally. So I like rolling with it. And then I'm gonna take a clean side, well, not clean, but you know, just not contoured side of the beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna bounce the foundation into my skin. Now I'm not gonna blend the foundation so much up into my under eye area because we already got that really thick IT Cosmetics Bye Bye under eye. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically bring it close enough to hit the outline of where the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye under eye was. And then we're gonna blend everything together when we put on the concealer. Now I'm gonna kick it totally old school and use these matte Prep and Prime highlighters for under your eye. They're not even really concealers, but we don't really need a full-on concealer because we have that IT Cosmetics Bye Bye under eye. And I mean, look, if you want to use a concealer, go for it. I've done it a million times where I've used that Bye Bye under eyes and put on like a Tarte Shape Tape and it looks fabulous. But today I'm going for something a little lighter. So I'm gonna go in with these. I'm gonna go in with two colors. So I'm gonna go in with the Radiance Rose and the Light Boost, and I just love the combination of the two together because the yellow just brightens up everything amazing, and then the salmon color, the Radiant Rose one, will cancel any discoloration and darkness that you do have left under your eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the salmon. I get that more like this because I'm mainly putting this for the discoloration and the bags. Then with the Light Boost, which is the yellow color, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bring it down a little more and across. Now these tend to like seep into the skin pretty quickly, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend them out together before they do, so we can apply the setting powder, and then we'll go ahead and highlight the rest of. Perfect. And then with just the Light Boost, which is the more highlighting color, just do it a couple more times. Get that forehead, down my nose. I tend to get red there, so we're gonna hit that area, and then the chin. You know, it wouldn't be a video by me if we didn't run into some technical issues. So my battery died, not a big deal. Had to pop that in. Before I popped out the battery for a new one, I blended out the highlighter and concealer on my face, and I set my under eyes with this Clinique Redness Solutions Instant Relief Mineral Powder. And it looks like this, and it's just a yellow powder. And I know it's technically for your face, but I really like using it under my eyes because it makes it just look so much brighter. So I'm doing that, and I did that really quickly because I couldn't wait for us to be up and running again. I don't want to get creases under my eyes, but I did wait for this part. So I'm gonna take my RCMA powder, and I'm gonna dip a Morphe E47 brush, and it looks like this. And I am just gonna put this just like that, basically where I would have normally put tape. But this is basically, I don't know why I just said basically so much. But what I'm trying to say is where I would typically put tape to get that like, I don't know why I just forgot all English for a second there and I just didn't talk. Okay, what I'm trying to say is I'm dipping the brush into the powder and putting it right where I would typically put tape if I was gonna put tape on my eyes to do my eyeshadow. So this is obviously way better than tape, even though tape will give you a more defined smoky slash cat eye. This is just safer on your skin. Today we're gonna go in with the Morphe 35R palette. I don't know why I'm showing you that close because it does nothing for you. Hello. Hello, gorgeous. This isn't a new palette or anything, but I did get this in that Morphe haul, which I posted. I think that was my very first video on YouTube, and I haven't actually used it since. So I've had it for like 2.5 months, but I got so many palettes in that video that I haven't gone around to using this one. So I did swatch it in that video, but I haven't actually used it. So just look at all that warm goodness. Okay, so let's get to it because I am running so late, it's redunculous. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe R37 brush. It's just a blending brush from their Rose Gold collection. And I'm gonna go in with, I'll show you the correct way. So I'm gonna go in with that color right there. Make sure you top off the excess, especially if you already have your face done. And then we are just gonna go into the crease, a little bit down on the lid, but mainly the crease. This is just to carve it out and add some smokiness to the look. Should I bring you guys closer for this part? Is that a little bit better? Alright. So just going in, a little more of the same color on the same brush, in the same spot of the eye. Just gonna deepen it. I like to deepen the crease and the color with going in with the same color rather than going in with a darker color. That's not to say I'm not gonna go in with a darker color, but I like to build up the intensity normally with one color as much as possible before going in with another color. I just think it gives more of a seamless smokiness to the eye. Now that I built up that first color to the intensity that I wanted, I'm gonna go in with, let's see, that color right there. I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M518 brush. I'm just gonna dip it in there. It kind of reminds me of, that color kind of reminds me of MAC. I think it was called Interrupted. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a pro color and it was like a pukey color that I was obsessed with. But of course, anything I like from MAC gets discontinued. So that's that. I'm gonna put this right where we're putting that first color, but I'm not gonna take it as high. Just like this, because it has an orangey, pukey color to it. And I know that sounds weird, but I mean, you can already see, like, look how amazing that looks. It just added so much depth, and that orange really helps if you have hazel, green, or blue eyes. I mean, I think this look and this color will go well with any eye color, but it really does make a difference if you have a lighter eye. What I tend to do when I'm blending is I always hit the color where I want it most pigmented on my eye, which is normally the outer corner unless I'm doing a halo smoky eye. And then I blend it out normally in circular motions there, but always do windshield wipers in my eye just because that is how I easily blend, but you could do the little circular motions across. But I don't like doing that as much because then I feel like the shadow comes up higher than I would want it to. Next, I'm gonna go in with this color right there. It reminds me a lot of MAC texture. Seems like these Morphe colors are really good dupes for MAC. But I'm taking the same brush, just a new color, and I'm basically placing it right where we did that pukey orangey color. This one is just a little more orangey, so it's gonna complement the bronze shadow I want to put all over my lid. So I know if you're somewhat like a makeup beginner, you're probably thinking, why am I putting 3 very similar shadows on my eye in the same exact place? And that is a really good question, but it's basically to make when you do eyeshadow and you do a smoky eye, you want there to be as much dimension and depth as possible. That's really gonna like make all the difference when it comes to looking like you did a million steps, which I mean we kind of are. But I think that's what makes it very different between amateur and professional. Not that I'm saying I'm a professional or anything, but I really do think that is what makes a difference. Because when I was getting my makeup done constantly, that was the one thing I always noticed, is that they would go in with 3 different browns before they went in with anything else. And so, just my little tip. I just think it really makes the look seamlessly come together. But it's the same exact step. I mean, you technically don't even have to do this 3rd color. And I figure I have a palette that has 35 colors, so I figure why not use more than one? We have so many shimmer colors. I mean, look at all of those. I just literally don't know which one I want to use. I think I'm gonna go in with this color right there, because it's more of a like a chocolatey brownsy color. So I'm gonna use my finger, because I realized, at least with Morphe shimmers, that's just the best way to put it on. So I literally just pick some up on my finger and I'm gonna put this on my lid. Oh yeah. Only bad thing about your finger, at least mine are too fat to like go all the way up where I need it to. Okay, now that we got the shimmer on the lid, I am gonna go in with that corner color right there. It is probably the truest, darkest brown in here. And by truest, I mean like there isn't like a purple undertone to it. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe E17, which is this little guy. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do before I go in with that, because this is for the outer V of the eye. I'm gonna go in with a little more RCMA powder. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that color and just in the outer V. And then once I have it where I want, I'm gonna take that first brush, the R37, with no additional product on it, and I'm just gonna go over ever so lightly. Top. So everything blends seamlessly together and there is no harsh lines. Now that I'm pretty happy with the eyes, I'm gonna go in with that lightest shimmer right there. And the tiny little M213 brush, and I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone. I'm not farting, by the way, it's my seat. Okay, so I totally lied. I am gonna go in with one more shimmer on the eye because I feel like it's still missing some light to it. So I'm gonna go in with that gold shimmer right there, and I'm gonna take this on an MAC 242 brush just because I feel like I have a little more control with the brush rather than my finger, even though it doesn't go on as easily. Just take some on that brush and just literally tap it right in the center. And this also connects that bronzy chocolatey brown with like shimmer with that matte chocolatey brown. There we go. I think this literally brought it home for me. Yay! I love it. Okay. Now I am going to brush off this powder. And look how clean and sharp that eyeshadow looks. Now we're gonna do the brows. And I got this Benefit Ka-Brow little deluxe sample from Sephora like 2 months ago, and I've been loving it. And even though I've had pomades in the past and I've used them and I do take them on trips and stuff, I've never actually loved one as much as I love this one. So I'm really surprised. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go put on some lashes and then I will be right back. All right, guys, we are back. We got the lashes on. This look is finally coming together. While I let them sit a little bit more and dry up, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M432 brush, and it's a flat definer brush, and I'm gonna go in with, let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in with that color right there, which is the third color that we went into on our crease, the one that reminds me of texture, and then that darkest brown that we took. I'm gonna just mix those two together, and I'm gonna go ahead and stamp this as close to that bottom lash line, but all the way from the end to the inner corner. And I know I normally don't do this, but I'm going to today. All right, and then I'm gonna take a pencil brush. I'm gonna take the Morphe M149 brush. It looks like that. And then I am gonna go into that second color that we used on our crease. So that one right there, that pukey one. I'm gonna get some on the brush, tap off the excess, and just blend what we did on the bottom. I just poked myself in the eyeball. Oh, lordy lord. Alright guys, before we go give some life back into this face, I'm going to finish off the eyes, and I'm going to go in with my favorite, the Marc Jacobs, the Velvet Noir Mascara. I'm just going to coat the bottom lashes and a little bit on the top lashes. I know you're supposed to, I know people say do this before you put on your falsies, but I like doing it after because I feel like it just blends it in better. I don't know. But maybe be careful because I don't think I let my lash glue dry long enough. Oh, nope, didn't. Gonna have to fix that. Coming together, the eyes are done. Now we're gonna add some life back into the face. I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I'm gonna skip the contour because we did do that foundation stick under our cream foundation. So we kind of, if you see, we kind of already have that shadow there. So I'm just gonna go warm up the skin and give some life back into it. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer, and yes, you guessed it correctly. I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop bronzer. It's this one right here. It's Amazeballs, and I'm gonna take my Morphe R10 brush. So this is a really great contour brush. So I'm gonna still use it, but I'm gonna apply the bronzer everywhere as if it's bronzer and not contour. So, but I wanted to go with a smaller brush because it's a little more precise, especially because we are skipping the powder contour. So you're gonna hit exactly where you would contour, but you're gonna basically hit a larger area. Now for blush, I'm gonna go in with one of my all-time favorites, and it is MAC Peaches. You guys don't understand, this blush literally works with any look, and it's just such a pretty color. I'm gonna use my Morphe M530 brush, and right here on the apples of the cheeks and all the way up. Oh, and it's so pretty. And yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the highlight just because we did put a little bit of that liquid highlighter into our foundation. And we have so much going on with like the bronzy shimmery eye that I do want to let the eyes stand out with the shimmer. And I think the little dew that you can, I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but definitely in person it's a lot more dewy, and I think the dewiness on the face is okay, so we can skip the highlight today. For lips, I'm also going to keep it nude and neutral so the eyes can be the star of the show. So I'm going to go in with my favorite like long-lasting lipstick, and it's the Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Lip Color. That is a mouthful in Blossom. So it's like this, it looks, and you really don't need a lip liner because it basically acts like one. It goes on buttery. Hold on, I can't talk while I'm doing this. I mean, did you guys just see how buttery and easily that went on? But yeah, it goes on like a chapstick, but it lasts literally all night without like it being a liquid lipstick, but it has the same lasting effect as a liquid lipstick. It's a great like lipstick to use when you're going out to dinner like I am right now. that I should have left for like 5 minutes ago. And then to top it off, I'm gonna, do you guys remember these like Juicy Tooths from Lancome? Oh my god, I used to be obsessed with them. I have so many of these, and it looks like, I don't think I've actually ever used this one. Is it still good? It still smells okay, so I think it's still good. All right, so this one is in the color Simmer, and I'm just gonna take that. Oh, it's a lot more pink than I thought it was going to be. But I like dabbing that right on the center, and it makes your lips look bigger. Oh my god, and that reminds me, I forgot one of the steps. Remember how I told you guys I was gonna show you something that's gonna help make your lips look so big? I don't know if so big is the right word, but I'm gonna go in with that Morphe M149 brush that we used to blend out under eye. I'm just gonna wipe off everything on it, but I'm in a rush. I probably shouldn't do it this way, but whatever. So I'm gonna dip that into the bronzer. Basically what you're gonna do is right in the middle of your Cupid's bow, so that dip right there, you're gonna go right in the middle, and then right on the outsides of it. So can you see the 3 lines? Looks scary right now. It's a lot easier to blend it out when you don't have your lip product on, but whatever. Blend the 2 outside lines out, like outwards. And then the middle one you're just gonna blend in. Just gonna add a little more bronzer right here. And now going in with the highlight. I'm gonna use that one from the bronzer. I hate this one though. Whatever, I'm just gonna literally dig my finger in it. Sucks because it really is such a pretty colored highlight, but it's so hard to get any product out. And I've like scraped it off, but whatever. And that just makes your lips look so much bigger. All right, you guys, I have to wrap this up like yesterday. I'm already late for my best friend's birthday dinner, but I really wanted to film this look with you, for you guys. I'm just totally feeling like the bronze, the peaches, the gold, and I needed to like do a look that screamed that. I'm probably being a little extra because it's not even my birthday, but my best friend knows me and she'll understand that this is totally normal for me. But you guys, seriously, I love the way this look turned out. It's bronze, it's gold, it's orange. It is literally so yummy. I love this palette. Honestly, I think Morphe, I know this is like not a new palette, but I really do think Morphe's eyeshadows have been kicking ass. They're really affordable, they're really buttery, they're really blendable, and there's a reason that professional makeup artists use it. So, I mean, if it works for them, it works for me. But yeah, I just wanted to film this look. I wanted to get ready with you guys. I wanted to hang out with you guys. It wasn't that chit-chatty, and I think it's because I was so nervous that I was gonna be late, which I am, that I just felt like I needed to get through it. So I think we should do a chit-chatty get ready with me soon, so we can actually like get to know each other. Maybe I can tell you guys a little bit about me and ask you guys a question. Maybe you can let me know a little bit about you. But yeah, I'm gonna stop babbling. I keep touching my hair now because I'm trying to like let the ringlets like go. Oh, and I really need to do something. My hair is so flat. I've literally gotten so many Brazilian blowouts that it's just so flat now, and it has no va-va-voom or volume. No matter how much like spray or products or dry shampoo or texturizing, whatever, like literally nothing. But anyways, I need to still go figure out what to wear. I literally don't know what I'm wearing, and I needed to leave so long ago. But yes, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. It lets me know what you guys like to see. So if you like gold, if you like buttery eyeshadows, if you like smoky eyes, if you like get ready with me, just give this video a thumbs up, and I kind of can figure out where to go with my videos. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. I really want to like grow this channel and grow my family and get to know you guys better. And I want to do another huge giveaway. And all right, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Alright, and now before we move on to the face, I'm going to finish off the eyes. I'm going to go in with my handy dandy Marc Jacobs. I get so excited about this mascara that I can't even talk. Alright. run my fingers through it, let out the curls a little bit. God, this seat is so obnoxious. It sounds like I'm farting. The way it looked, like, I have a hair. Don't you just hate that when there's like a hair and you can't find it? Okay, do I have lipstick on my teeth? Hi, yeah.